Okay, Jordan, you have a break. I'm gonna debate somebody else. Some people saying that she having a huge brain. But me, I'm gonna say that she's just fucking hot. And I hope that one day she find better peace and stop copy other and anyway. So let's go with the hot clown of YouTube. Go.
Is a hot mess inside of a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck, swirled up in a tornado. All of the lessons
Yeah,
that
because not like me, you're having real depression. But anyway.
I needed to learn over the years have showed up in the form of my lovers. Like, oh yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
dated my family dynamic, my fear of commitment, my bad boundaries, my fear of
Holy,
commitment, my low
holy shit, you have a lot of issue.
sense of self worth, my fear of commitment, my fear of commitment, my fear of commitment.
Holy shit.
Which, all things considered, is a little ironic.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw myself as someone who was like actually afraid of commitment. You know, I've always deeply yearned to be a wife and a mother. And I joke that like cats are really great birth control until I find my person. But then sometimes I
No,
realize
they're not. Okay, they actually are not. They're just a way to loving an animal. They have nothing to do with a kid or a baby. Okay, a lot of women try to using this as a substitute. It's pretty much lying to themselves. Okay, but it's close, but it's not that at all. Everyone, even the most dumb, will telling you if it is a woman who raised born a kid and also raising a cat. Okay, you don't have to pay the school for the cat. You don't pay the clothes. You don't pay normal food. You don't pay toy that or video game that value $200 for a cat. There's a huge difference.
just how much I prefer cats to humans. Hey, Anna, I have to rehome my cat
Wow,
because
you prefer cat to human.
my baby's allergic. Well, you've known that cat for 11 years. No, I'm so torn up about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was hoping you'd take her. You've known that baby, what, like 3 weeks? It seems pretty easy. Just rehome the baby. I'm not gonna give away my baby. That cat has been with you through every major adult moment of your entire life. Your marriage, your divorce, your second marriage. That cat is the longest standing relationship you have ever had. Just rehome the baby and then make another one. It's easy. It's fun.
Now there's some dumb people taking shit talk literally.
Okay. But I have
You
finally.
know what? No, don't do that. But of course, it's true in a sense that she having the cat more longer, but you don't own the house, the person on the house, and the baby must adapt with the cat where he getting, where he became more older and became apparently a kid. Apparently,
Accepted on a conscious level that subconsciously I have sought out people who are also afraid of commitment, ensuring that our relationship will never go anywhere, but that I can feel superior, like I'm trying to find what I want. And there's one event I remember in.
if you try to find what you want and feel superior, it's a lie because you're not superior just because you have those feelings. Okay, you lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, then there's something not right there. Okay, and if you're dating people also for a commitment, then you must really knowing if it's really the fact. Because I'm not certain if you find your ex and you will say, "Oh, we broken up because I was afraid of commenting." Now, I pretty much certain you will probably say other factor because most people broken up will never say, "Oh, I was afraid of commenting." I was afraid to getting engaged. Some will say, but most of them it's either because she did not fuck me enough. She was boring. She cheated me. She her food was horrible. Fuck it. The family is not easy to under. Those kind of other things. But I have a hard feeling that all the ton of exes she have could not be, oh, I'm afraid of commenting. Come on, for all she's hot as fuck. You telling me she only have ex only saying, oh, they're all broken up because of commenting.
In particular that's
Why she
solidified this
not a
belief.
joker
I was
face, of
maybe 7 or
course.
8, and my mom had recently shaved her head when she was drunk. It was very Britney Spears. She looked very fierce bald. And she
Mm-hmm.
was crying on the stairs because she
Mm-hmm.
was raising 3 children alone while my dad was overseas fighting a war or whatever, which I'm sure we can agree is the easier of the two situations. And she said to me,
Mm. Well, you might have a hard time for crying, but I think you would have a more hard time to dodge the bullet and see the people decapitated. But
don't have children, have a career, words from my distraught mom. You are such a loser, Mom. I laughed in her face and then ran outside to play basketball because kids are.
No, kids are not assholes. Some may be bad kids, but not all the kids are assholes. That's not a good teaching, but I already told that in the past. No, not even close. But I would admit it, it's not that bad because some kids are really bad, but they're not really assholes to the point, at least you're not raised well, then maybe you will go and say those things into your mom or your little kid.
Assholes. I was also the only girl on Juniperberry Street, clearly physically inferior when it came to sports ball, so I'd try to throw off the neighborhood kids by gaining a psychological advantage. I like your butts. What?
Yeah, because kids say that to other kid in those age.
Psych! Swish, swish, fish! Hey, that's cheating! I don't play the game. I play the players. Also,
What? Now she's gonna say the butt are not good, right?
your butts are ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, because kids are watching so much the butt over there.
But I digress.
Yeah,
You know,
of
for a
course.
lot of us,
Really digress.
relationships are the way that we grow and gain insight into some of the most powerful lessons that are integral to our development. And we fall into the trap of dating those lessons. And some
Don't date those lessons, date those person. If you be yourself and you dating this guy who's himself, what's the problem? If you dating those lessons, then you never date the guy anyway. So why you make me waste my time anyway?
sometimes the lessons are so obvious that everyone we love wants to eye roll into oblivion. Girl, put your phone down. Stop texting him. He didn't respond the last 4 times. He's not going to respond now. Delete his number. And look, our issues are never going away. Mine certainly aren't. But that's
Yeah,
the
that's
nature
for sure.
of
But I
having this
still loving you. And the
terrible
other girl
disease
also.
called
The
humanity.
4 girl I
We
like.
are always going to have something
On
that
YouTube.
we're working through. But we can choose to work on our issues outside of any healthy romantic relationships that we're in.
Yeah, but this means isolate yourself. You may having also work with your issue with someone who giving you help like a therapist, a friend, a brother, a father, a mother, a husband, whatever.
And I say this from 15 years of experience of doing the exact opposite. No! Give me the phone! No, Michelle, he's gonna respond! Give it to me! He's gonna respond!
Well, it depends. If the one who try to helping you were dumb or not experienced, then it doesn't count. Even if it's fucking 100 year.
If you feel attacked by this video and you want to know, well, what the hell do I do to stop dating my issues? The good news is there's several things you can do. Can you guess what the first one is? Therapy. Yes, you can work on your issues in therapy.
Yeah, because a therapist who have less subscribe, less money, less famous than you, according to yourself, better video, or not necessarily better video, but better education than your entire video. Because all your video, you're always saying, get a therapist. And not saying, check my video, you'll be like, cure. Because the therapist who's less money, less celebrity, and less subscribe, this therapist, according to you, is better because your video himself say go see the therapist. So why the heck would go see a video then? And why the heck you have so many subscribers? Why the heck you're so famous? Oh yeah, it's because you're hot.
Another thing you can do is become highly aware of your dating patterns and integrate lessons that you've been learning in those relationships as you move forward in your romantic life, which is easier said than done. I definitely have not been doing that. And finally, you can listen to trusted friends.
You must analyze your friend, not because you trust your friend, they're good, that they're necessarily good in the department of your psychological. They may making things worse. You must analyze it to a point of view of psychological to see if yes or no they're gonna make you better or worse. Then after you will go with them. Because that's bullshit.
So often my friends would call out my destructive choices in partners, but I'd say, you just don't know him like I do. I don't like the way he talks about women. He's really misunderstood. I don't like how dismissive he is of your friends. Okay, he has
This is judgment, not a point psychological of way, and this is comedy.
social anxiety. He's really better one-on-one. I know you don't want to hear this, but from my experience, I just want to say this seems like the beginning of something abusive.
I love him.
I love No, honey,
You don't.
You're addicted to emotional chaos, and your subconscious is trying to right the wrongs of your past.
Not necessary. Maybe you're not addicted to emotional chaos, and maybe perhaps she just fell in love by the chemical of her body, or she's really in love with him. And it's not necessary because she's attracting the subconsciousness, okay, that try to correct, okay, the wrong of her life, okay. Because even if the subconsciousness try to doing the right against the wrong, it's implied that also that she don't have her own consciousness against her subconsciousness. And if she realizes it, then she will understand it. But to be attracted to emotional chaos, if this is the true, then it will be a stereotype of a woman be attracting to a guy who's dangerous, violent, like a Motar, evil or something like that. But this is a stereotype because with knowledge gain power and understanding. And I mean, this is a stereotype that most women with a brain will know see the difference between one and the other.
By seeking out similar dynamics and rewriting history. You're like a time traveler.
Which basically means you're always going with the guy and doing the same problem, and it's a circle that repeats himself always and always because you attract those kind of guy to have the same story over and over again. A person like that is also fucking stupid. But if I really want to know, it's not love, okay? But at the same time, it's maybe emotionally chaos, but also sometimes it's also addicted to be attract sexual by what she considering attracted or an alpha male like a bad man. Anyway.
Trying to fix the
Because some consciousness or some methods remove some education system, and the movie kind of make you thinking that the renegade, the bad guy, the warrior, the guy against government are hot. Okay? A lot of women love Vegeta. A lot of women love also the renegade. A lot of women love Han Solo on Star Wars. So, the renegade, the guy that's like against the law and all that. A lot of women love V for Vendetta. And a lot of women love also Anonymous for some reason. A lot of women love Hacker also. I may say more.
But you can't because
a lot of women love Dracula. For fuck's sake, that's the biggest all.
Free nature of you time traveling means that you caused the future to happen. I've been watching Dark on Netflix. It's a great show, making me think a lot.
Yeah, I know, but still.
It's hard work thinking. It's way easier to go through life unaware of why we think the things we think that influence the things we do. It's easier to go through life not trying to pinpoint patterns or things in the past that are no longer serving us and then attempting to change them to create a life of joy and happiness.
Yeah, this is true. One tiny thing. It depends also what will happen with time, because at the thing of your past changing completely or grading and you don't recognize them, then how the heck you will say it's the thing of the past? An example, you have your ex, he was straight, you date him. In the future, you find it out, you want to be your friend and he's a travesty. I don't think it's the same story anymore. But then again, you don't care, you'll be sexual, you may come still as a couple to him as a woman or a man anymore. But do it will work and still be the same thing in the